All right, I think we're live, so go check it out. Auto ropes. All right, welcome, YouTube. Sorry, OBS was crashing on me this morning, so you're getting a little bit of a late start with us. All right, we're live on YouTube. I trade spy at all? Yes. OBS struggles are real. You know this, Conley show? Yeah. Um, Now, one thing I do want to mention, folks, on Amazon, obviously this is your ceiling or where you would need to recover. That's 206. You'd need to see a solid candle close on that to go and get that gap fill, which again would be fueled probably by a market bounce recovery. So, yeah, you know how annoying that thing gets then. Again on Essence. All right, let's see here. Robinhood isn't very accurate. I wouldn't know. I'm obviously only drag one trade into another for you. I sure should. Yeah. Yeah, you got to take that burden away. Hmm. That ought to be interesting, huh? Oh, oh no. You guys are seeing the slide. Sing it. All right, let's go. What else do we got here? Amazon continue ads. I think it might be continuation. Again, if the market can recover today, that might set you up, but I feel like they might get a whack. So, oh, Nokia on the monthly for a longer play. Monthly. Yeah, you know what? On the monthly, yeah, that's a good start. Obviously, a good solid monthly candle. Last month's candle wasn't great, but this month's candle starting off really strong. I would say right now, man, the focus is going to be 845 and then 975. Not bad. No, baby. XOM calls. Well, if you've got fucking, if you have it, I mean, again, I cannot, and I'm going to make this clear, folks. All right. I have one strategy. That strategy happens in between structure. So when you are at all time highs, I am, dude, I'm not, I'm no more useful than a fucking cell phone on the moon, dude. Like, I'm not going to be able to help you. There's, I don't have an edge here, right? And the things that I use, like Fibonacci extensions, which you hardly will ever see me put on my screen, are the only things that I have. So, the only other variable slash control point or source of analysis would be some sort of channel, which when we start to get to these levels, questionable to base your investment off of a channel. So with that being said, all I can really offer here for anybody who is in oil is I would take profit for sure, but I would be expecting a retest off of 155.44, and I suspect that the lower time frame is sideways. Yeah, and there we are. So that is your range, right? That open is not. So over 160.50 continuation, and obviously below the wicks of 157.70. That'd be the third time. If you can break that, you might see that retest. So, and that
I'm
again, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're talking about oil. I'm holding 82 calls on USO, and things up at about 87.94 at the moment.
So we're gonna take. What's your plan on that, my brother?
I'm dumping that shit as soon as the bell hits.
All right, cool. I get scared sometimes when I remember when Ruben was in that big ass gold position, dude. And I was sitting there and I had positions that I was worried about, or not worried about, but I was obviously thinking about. And I'm sitting here like, dude, like driving down the road, and I'm like, damn, bro, I hope Ruben gets out of that trade soon. Like,
Right, right.
yeah. Do I ever chart with the 200-day EMA? No, I gave up the all of my EMAs probably like 5 years ago. I dumped them all in the trash, and life has gotten way more profitable. The 200-day EMA doesn't. I'm going to buy something outside of a box with a great stop loss and a target based contract. That's what I'm going to do. And oftentimes, I'll take a trade, and then it will go and cross your 200-day EMA. And it's like I don't need that EMA to tell me to buy or sell. And I will stand on business. And one of my closest partners in this space, which is TTI. Again, we don't. we hardly talk, you know what I mean? But he is like literally one of besides Manny and the other guys, like he's one of the closest creators. Um, and yeah, he uses the 200 EMA and doesn't bring shit onto his watch list. So I do what works for me, and I believe that I'll tell him I would tell him this. I think I get a better entry, and I think I have a, but again, we're doing two separate things, and he's looking at making sure that all of the variables are checked yes before they take a long-winded expiration. So they're trading different, and I respect that. Do I use wicks to mark boxes? Yes. If the wicks are coming off of the exact same price point, then that is control. Now young immediate push to start. Playing It's so interesting, guys, that the news comes out and they give you the big move, right? It all happens overnight, which is again bleeds right into that statistic that I give you guys about, the the majority of the market movement happening overnight, especially on catalysts like this. They started the war on Saturday when nobody could trade. Funny enough, and I know that's probably. I don't think of that as conspiracy theory, folks. They know this, and I know that it seems like trivial to do something like that, but we're talking about people with probably no souls, so don't think that it's above them. Um, but anyway, XLE again. All I can really offer is your pre-market and post-market highs. There's really nothing else that I can mention here. Oftentimes in these areas, when you get a strong move up, rather than allowing sellers to take advantage of it, they'll build a channel like they likely are here. So you could watch for like 57.60 to bounce. But all right. So anything that's not at all-time highs, I can help you. Yeah, so I can give you some. So this does look like something that you could definitely look at potentially spilling. Obviously, there's a little gap fill at 333 here, but you would be looking below the 320 level for a drop, simply put, to the floor, which would be 304. So yes, and that's where in range trading can honestly be helpful. Like this might be where you do have an edge, right? Because you have clarity, right? You have a clear floor or center mass. Yeah, I think the only question here obviously would be how is price going to respond at 320? 320, and then you do have 314, but again, I'm looking at the larger overhead rejection here, so. Ugh. Beat switch is crazy, dude. Ugh. I just went over that one. I'll go over. Oh my god, who took that one? Philo, did you already take this? We talked about this one last week, and I said that one had a good setup. I think it has, or it did have earnings. Yeah, I see. Or yeah, 102. Now you are, I think, 50% of the way here already on the money. This awful guy. Is it the state of Israel that just followed me? Who is that? All right. MDB up ER this week. I can't see up, dude. I just don't. I mean, and I might be fucking dead wrong, but I'll take that burden. I don't think that I am though. You got three dynamic rejections overhead, a lot of heavier volume up there. They are sharp rejections, so a big pop and push over. I mean, again, I'm not. That's what I see, right? And so you'd be possibly looking at six, but with the empty space directly underneath you to 245, that seems like the most obvious setup here. Empty space typically gets filled. So yeah, you did, Jay. Yeah, had to secure that Venezuela oil before you cut off the Iranian, right? Economics. We Cop it. I suspected that's exactly what you're going to do, so I would be looking at touchdown on Mara. What is this song? This is Denzel Curry walking. Fire.
So good.
So good. The flow on this one is immaculate, dude. Ugh. I'll run that shit back. All right. Yep. So this one, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hot dog water. It's hot dog water. All that empty space is liable to get retested or filled back up. However, you're bouncing here, so you would need to get a candle close underneath 860 to get that floor here at 840. And then, I mean, listen, it's not my setup. I would never trade anything like this because it's just not clear to me. But theoretically, you could be looking at 815. So Mara to me is just, listen, this is how it trades 90% of the time. It's trash to me. You know, I know that we get the waterfalls here and there, the tight, but I like Mara in these. When Mara gets all compressed, right, you get the bigger moves. But yeah. The same strategy, guys, that I look for to the upside is the same reason I'll take it to the downside. There's empty space. And when there's not, and the price action does not move on a consistent basis, I'm not setting myself up for success. Now, Mara, I'm not going to tell you that it will not work or that price, you know, doesn't get to moving. It obviously does. We've traded Mara. I like Mara, but I don't like it here. Not with the volume overhead and not with volume. Actually, let me just put this more simply. No, I want nothing to do with that. All right, let's keep it pushing here. We got 10 minutes till the market opens and trying to secure airspace. Yeah, right. Fucking crazy, dude. I know there's a lot of internal anger right now. All right. Humana.
Yeah, I heard he didn't ask nobody for permission.
Yeah, well, what's
He
new?
did what Trump wanted to do.
192 on Humana is still the punchback trigger. You did not lose anything on this gap down at all. However, that could be subject to change. 186.65 will be that retest hold level, but the analysis here is clear. You need 192 break to get to that overhead 196.50. So the setup is still there. What is in the workshop that is not in one of your educational YouTube videos? I don't get to dive in like I did last night to psychology. I don't get to, like, when I'm here with you guys, I have the opportunity to teach in real time, and it's important and people benefit from it quite a bit. But start to finish, right? A whole workshop. That's not what my YouTube videos are. My YouTube videos are an accumulation of all of those ideas, but just not in chronological order. So if you want me to teach you, that's the difference, right? You don't have to pay for that. It's not in chronological order. I didn't do it in one class. You know, it's just a part of what I'm already doing, which I'm happy to do, and I'm happy to teach you that way, especially if you're somebody who doesn't want to pay for anybody's shit. I get it. But if you want to, that's what the workshop is for. I am teaching you from start to finish. My strategy, the psychology behind it, why I trade the way I do, all of it. Last night's class was
game, bro.
Yeah.
It's just way different, man. I don't even know how to describe it even better than you are, but it's if
Well, I
you're
just
trying to learn, that's where you go.
I mean, I get, like, when I talk about psychology right now or after the market closes, right? I'm only going to go in so deep, right? But when the subject of the class for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, because I never stick to an hour and a half, I suck, but I just can't help myself. but that is where I get to dive into these subjects in depth and cover. I mean, we talked about last night was damn near therapy, but with some of the stuff that we were talking about who you are as a person and how the operator affects the trader, right? And how your emotional reactions in real life, how if you have anger issues right now, you're going to have to deal with them. Get ready to be uncomfortable, to be more angry, and then to learn how to deal with that and be patient with yourself, be more self-aware and what self-awareness means when you're a trader and how that translates to regular life. Like, I talked for a long time. Do you feel like Dazed and Confused was my best role? It was. I think that was an honor, actually, to be in that movie. It did, paint a picture that I didn't appreciate, but that was a good one. Yeah, you get a gold star for that one. Dazed and Confused. I don't think I've ever gotten that one. It's my sleepy eyes. Yeah, and you can watch last night's video. Shout out Alex, he got that up onto the platform almost immediately. I'll be posting a secondary link just because, just in case. So
Are you still doing the that AI thing where you load it up and we take
yeah,
tests on it?
yeah. No, it is still there.
Do we have to subscribe to it?
to I think it's
Yes,
free at
it's
first, but you do have
$10.
yeah, but I mean it's like
$10?
I'm sorry, dude.
I'm playing, bro.
I'm sorry about the $10, man. All right,
That's
but
what
I mean,
happens when you get to pay what you want for the workshop.
yeah, there you go.
Workshop's
But
cheaper than that.
well, I'm $10. What are you talking about? Nah, but seriously, I $10 and use it for a month. I mean, listen, you got to learn how to take advantage of computers, especially right now before they get too smart for you to do it. Take all of the go run all of my course information through that, and you can print out the test, you can copy and print out the cards. Listen, I hate to break this off. Yeah, we can't do it right now. I'll do it a little bit, but it's a really good app. So all right, guys, we got to lock in. It's time. Those of you guys on YouTube and TikTok, we're gonna get to managing our trades here. If you did swing short, obviously taking some profit off the table before you start your problem solving, that's probably going to be the main focus for today. My focus is going to be on IWM, Tesla, and QQQ. Tesla's obvious. Oh my God. Anyway, Tesla's one of the only individual equities that I'm really focused on. But yeah, IWM and QQQ are going to be the main focus for today. Be careful, tread lightly, and make sure that wherever you enter, it's off of something structural, so that way you can use it as a stop loss, right? So if you take a short, we want it off the floor, because if the floor gets recovered, price goes back up. So
Hey Potter, did you say you're looking at Tesla as an equity play, or
oh,
you just
I shorted it. And I'm looking to maybe
Yep.
add to that short. So
okay? Yep.
yeah. Taking profit on my XOM. Yeah, post any profits inside of the free Discord if you're out here, but otherwise be safe. All right, you guys are welcome to hop in the Discord if you'd like. It's $80 for the monthly, but again, I don't want you guys to, that is just like a trial. But otherwise, if not, I'll see you guys at the end of the day or in class tonight. So peace out. All right. Why'd the music stop?